Hello guys, good afternoon. Ito tayo ngayon. Naka-break ako. No? So, instead na kung saan ako pumunta dyan, mag-follow-up lecture lang ako doon sa discussion ko. So, we discussed last time about how to charge my architect's fee. No? So, pinakita ko doon sa discussion ko yung tabulation, no, para malinaw sa kliyente kung saan napupunta yung binabayad nila, no? Bakit hindi libre yung design? Kasi may kaakibat na pinupuntahan yung kanilang payment of architect's fee. Okay? So yung fee na yon na diniscuss natin nung nakaraan, nakikita doon, no, yung payment ng architect sa design niya, sa reproduction ng details, sa signing and sealing, sa printing cost ng contract documents. Kung yan ay ipapa-blueprint na natin, no, ipiprint na natin, kukuhanan na natin ng building permit. No? So nakikita doon. And pag tiningnan natin yung architect's fee mo doon, yung purely mapupunta sa isang arkitekto, no, ito sa mga owner dyan, purely ang pupunta sa arkitekto based on sa table na ginawa ko is that yung purely design fees ng architect at saka yung overhead ng office niya. Okay? So the rest noon pupunta doon sa ibang bagay, sa mga binabayaran ng arkitekto. And doon din sa binabayaran ng arkitekto ng mga allied professionals. So doon pupunta doon. Yung fee talaga ng architect is nandun lang sa design fee, yung pinaka una nun. Okay? So, doon pupunta yung fee ng architect. And, syempre, yung overhead niya, yun yung expenses doon sa office. No? So, madidetermine mo kung magkano yung fee, no, ng architect. No? Pag sinabi nating fee ng architect, that is a compensation doon sa services, no, na ni-render niya sa iyo. Okay? Yung conceptual creation niya, no, yung analysis niya, design solution niya, yun yung fees mo doon sa design fee ng architect. Okay? So, considering that architect's fee, ang pinakita ko nung isang araw is kung saan napupunta yung bayad ng kliyente. Okay? Bayad ng kliyente saan napupunta. Ngayon, ang gusto ko na namang i-discuss sa inyo is that yung regarding naman sa risk, no, sa risk and liability ng architect. Magkano ang allocation ng fee ng architect doon sa fee na natanggap niya, di ba? Pag tiningnan natin, magkano lang natanggap niya doon sa 300,000 plus. Hindi naman lahat is napupunta doon sa architect. No? So, equivalent lang. Merong equivalent or portion ng fee na napunta doon sa architect na yon. Ngayon, ang gusto kong makita ng kliyente, ang gusto kong makita yung mga nag-start sa practice, young architects, no? Kung saan na-allocate yung fees na yon. Kasi ang mindset natin palagi, baka yung iba sa inyo dyan, o karamihan sa inyo dyan, yung mindset is that pag nakuha na yung fee for that services, that is clearly to be put on the pocket. Di ba? Gastos ka na. No? Pero hindi natin naiintindihan bakit ba tayo binabayaran. Di ba? Sinasabi lang natin kasi baka dahil nag-provide ka ng drawing, no, based as a result of your design solution, as a result of your analysis, nakapag-provide ka ng drawing. So, that graphical presentation of your intellectual creation was paid by the owner. Okay na. Tapos na yung usapan. Nabigay mo na yung services mo. Okay na. Pag natapos yung structure, wala na. Diba? But I want you to know that we have our liability, no, under Article 1723 ng Civil Code. Okay? And yung architects and engineers, including contractors liability, under the Civil Code, hindi yon nagsisimula doon sa pag-design mo ng bahay, structure, buildings, at hindi yun nagtatapos doon sa completion ng project. Okay? In fact, yung liability ng isang architect, contractors and engineers, nagsisimula pa lang the time that the project was completed. Okay? Malinaw yan. Pag binasa natin ng Article 1723, ito, basahin nyo yung provision ng Article 1723 ng New Civil Code. Ano nakalagay? The architect or the engineer or architect who drew up the plans and specifications for a building is liable for damages if within 15 years from the completion of the structure, the same should collapse by reason of a defect in the plans and specifications or due to the defects on the ground. Diba? Malinaw yung sinasabi ng Civil Code sa liability natin. Okay? The contractor is likewise responsible for the damage if the edifice fags within the same period on account of defects in the construction or the use of materials of inferior quality furnished by him or due to any violation of the terms of the contract. If the engineer or architect supervises the construction, he shall be solidarily liable with the contractor. Ano yun nasa second paragraph? Sinasabi ng second paragraph, acceptance of the building after completion does not imply waiver of any of the causes of action by reason of any defect mentioned in the preceding paragraph. The action must be brought within 10 years following the collapse of the building. Biruin mo yun guys architects, okay? Ito ay protection ng owner. Because binayaran tayo doon sa services natin, okay? Pagkatapos ng project, mayroong protection si owner for a period of 15 years. Okay? Yung protection ni owner, a period for 15 years, ang equivalent naman sa atin is that liability natin sa owner yan for a period of 15 years from the completion of the project. O, tingnan mo, kahit pumirma ka ng waiver, sinasabi ng batas, hindi waiver, no, ang natapos ng project. Bakit? Hindi ka pwedeng mag-execute ng waiver na wala kang liability after completion of the project. Ano yung reason? Contrary to law. No? Pagka contrary to law yung mga waiver, hindi acceptable yan. Okay? So, hindi lang actually 15 years. Okay? Kasi sinasabi ng batas, ang liability mo is 15 years from the completion of the project. Pero, pwedeng hindi umaksyon yung owner on that time pa. No? Pwede pang mag-action yung owner within the period of 10 years following the collapse. So, di ba? Biruin mo, pag tininan mo yun, 15 years plus 10, pwede pang umaksyon yung owner doon. No? So, yung sinasabi ko rito is that hindi tayo dapat magiging masaya. No? Dapat dito tayo malungkot. No? Ito yung malungkot na katotohanan din. Na yung project, once completed, doon pa lang magsisimula dapat na hindi tayo nakakatulog ng maayos. Hanggang dumating yung 15-year period na walang nangyayari sa project. Kasi pagka may nangyayari sa project, liable ka, kakasuhan ka, no? Magkakaroon ng determination and you will pay indemnity to the owner. Di ba? Tapos sasabihin ng owner, magkano lang ibabayad sa iyo sa architect's fee mo, no? But hindi nila naiintindihan, no? Yung mga owner diyan, hindi niyo naiintindihan minsan yung liability ng architect. Akala ninyo yung fees ninyo is enough already to cover the liability of the architects once the architect signed and sealed your plans and specifications. Okay. In relation to that, no? Kahapon or nung last discussion, nag-present ako ng table kung paano yung charges of fees. Para may continuity yung discussion natin, I will use that table. No, kung mababalikan nyo pa yung previous lecture, no, I will use that table ng architect's fees. So sa table na yon, sa architect fees na yon, lumabas yung total architect's fee mo doon, no? Lumabas yung total architect's fee ng 361,223.63. So hindi ko na ipapakita yung table, pero may bago akong computation. Allocation naman to ng fee in relation to our liability of 15 years under Article 1723 of the new Civil Code of the Philippines. Okay? So, kinapture ko na lang dito sa tabulation ko na to, yung gross na fee na nakalagay doon sa previous table, sa architect's fees. Okay? So, on that table, makikita ninyo yung architect's fee na computed, nilagay ko na dan, andyan sa taas. No? Nilagay ko na siya sa taas, yung amount na 361,223.63. Okay? So, paano yan na-allocate sa risk and liability ni architect? Okay? Ito mas maganda rin to pag nakita ng kliyente. No, baka sabihin nyo, exaggerated ito masyado. Pero, pag ito ay inanalyze ninyo, no? Ito yung makatotohanan, no? Ito yung totoo dito pumupunta, no? Dito nyo binabayaran yung architect. Ina-advance na ng architect yon sa preparation ng designs. Ina-advance na ng architect yon sa preparation ng kanyang ibibigay sa inyo para magiging reference ng bahay. But generally, no, and legally speaking, dito pa lang nagsisimula na mag-take effect yung bayad nyo sa arkitekto. Okay? Dito pa lang nagkaroon ng arkitekto ngayon ng payment niya para tumayo siya doon sa liability niya sa pagtapos ng inyong proyekto. No? Sasabihin nyo sa akin, exaggerated, but telling you, it is a true story enough. Later on, may papakita akong kaso regarding that sa dinidiscuss natin na liability under Article 1723. Okay, so let's discuss this. No? So dito, gumawa ako ng breakdown of architect's liability and allocation of fees under Article 1723 of the Civil Code, yung pinakita ko kanina na provision. Okay? So, yung gross na architect's fee, based doon sa unang discussion natin, mayroon doong 361,223.63 na architect's fee. So, let's say, yung fee na yun ng architect is hindi naman napunta sa kanya lahat, di ba? Ibabawas mo doon yung payment mo sa structural, sa plumbing and sanitary, sa electrical, no, and preparation ng design nila and sa signing and sealing, no. So lumabas, ililess natin yung 99,310 ito, no. Dinidak ko na doon yung mga binayad natin sa allied professionals. So yung mariretain sa architect as payment ng owner sa architect's fee niya, yung net, lalabas lang ang binayad talaga ng owner sa architect is 261,913.59. Ito based sa last discussion na tabulation, no? So kung meron kayong project later on, i-recompute nyo based dito. Okay? So merong net yung architect based dun sa architect's fee niya ng 261,913.59. Okay? So yung net na yon, i-allocate natin ngayon for a period of 15 years. Na doon pa lang tayo binabayaran ng kliyente na hindi tayo nakakatulog para mag-take ng risk, mag-take ng liability doon sa pinatayong structure. Okay? So, yung liability natin under the new Civil Code, under Article 1723, is 15 years. Actually, 15 years plus 10. No? Kasi mayroon pang period na pag nag-collapse yung building at hindi umaksyon kaagad yung owner, mayroon pa siyang prescriptive period for 10 years bago siya mag-file ng case. Okay? So, mag-stick tayo dun sa 15 years. Halimbawa, nag-collapse yung building, and on that 15-year period na nag-collapse yung building, kinasuhan ka ng kliyente. Okay? So, i-allocate natin yung fee, no? Yung 261,913.59, okay, as our net architect's fee, divided by 15 years. Okay, divided by 15 years, yan ang binabayaran sa iyo ng client, no, sa mga client. Ito yung binabayaran nyo rin sa architect for a period of 15 years na ang architect ay hindi nakakatulog, no, para mag-take ng risk and liability doon sa structure. Okay? So binabayaran mo yung arkitekto per year based doon sa 261,913.33. 17,000 lang ang binabayad mo sa architect per year. Take note ha? Per year yan, hindi yan monthly. Okay? So bawat taon, mayroong fee na 17,000. Let's say, okay, i-convert natin ngayon, ibababa natin, no? How much is the monthly fees ng architect sa project mo, no, after completion para sa liability niya? Okay? So yung 17,000, you have to divide it by 12 months. Pero mo, yung monthly fee na binabayaran mo sa arkitekto is only 1,455.08. 1,455.08 monthly fee mo yan sa architect for a period of 15 years, no? Na mag-take ng liability yung architect, engineer, contractor, no? Biruin mo sa mga fees nila, no? And yung monthly na yan, kung i-divide mo yan per week, no? Kung maliwat, kung consider natin per week niya kinukuha yung fees niya sa'yo to take liability, no? 1,455.08 divided by 4 in a period of 4 weeks in a month. Binabayaran per week yung architect mo to take liability under Article 1723, 363.77 pesos. Diba? Diba? Yung mas malaki pa yung sahod ng mga clerical works. Diba? No? Try this 363 per week na binabayad mo. No? And natatanggap natin. Divide it by 7 days. Magkano yung per day ng arkitekto doon sa architect's fee? Pag inallocate mo doon based sa risk and liability na he will take during that 15 years period, the architect is only getting 51 pesos and 97 centavo as an architect's daily rate for a period of 15 years from the completion of the project, na hindi nakakatulog ng maayos yung arkitekto. Kung sakali man dito sa Manila uso yung mga earthquake, di ba? So pag nag-earthquake na yan, yung arkitekto nag-iisip na yan, kamusta kayo yung project ko doon? May nangyari kaya? No? May nangyari kaya? But take note to the owner, to the architect, our liability speaks only if there is a collapse of the structure. Yung mga cracks, wala yon. No? Wala tayong liability doon. No? Unless major cracks yan later on at covers pa ng defects liability period. Okay? Pero kung yan ay nag-collapse, yun ang malinaw na sinasabi ng civil code, na pagka may collapse ang building, liable ang architect, liable ang contractor, okay? Liable yung engineer. Okay? So biruin mo yon, mag-take ka ng liability for 15 years. Ang binabayad sa iyo na daily rate is 51 pesos and 97 centavos. So magkano lang yung per hour ng architect? Diba? I-divide mo na lang sa 8 hours yung 51 pesos. Diba? Ang daily, ang per hour rate ng arkitekto is 6 pesos and 50 centavo. Yun lang ang tinatanggap niya, no, for you to take liability. Diba? So, yan ang discussion. Sinasabi natin, ito ay exaggerated masyado. But this is true. No? This computation is true. Ang architect's fee natin, ina-advance lang natin yan when we offer our instrument of service. Pero ang liability natin, tatakbo siya after the completion of the project to 15 years period. Okay? Doon pa lang, pag lumampas yung 15 years period sa isang project na na-complete, doon pa lang tayo makakatulog ng maayos. At sasabihin natin na, okay, wala na akong problema ron. Next project. No? Di ba? Continuing Next project. So yun yung discussion. Okay. Bakit ko sinasabi yan sa mga architects? Bakit ko sinasabi yan sa mga client? Kasi mayroong kaso. Yung kaso na to is 1968 case. Pero, na-desisyonan ng Supreme Court 1986. Na October 3, 1986. At napakasikat na arkitekto yung starring dito as co-defendant. No? Yung co-defendant, actually yung pinaka-main na kinasuhan dito is the contractor. Yun nga sinasabi dun sa batas na solidary liable ka, kasama ka. No? Dahil ikaw yung arkitekto, ikaw yung nag-design, kasama ka. Okay? So, legendary architect. Biruin mo yun, ha? This is the case of Juan F. Nakpil and Sons and Juan Nakpil as petitioner. Nagsimula sila as petitioner. No? Dahil nagkakaroon ng appeal, umakyat ng Supreme Court, sila na yung naging defendant sa huli. Okay? So dito, yung kwento dito sa Juan Nakpil and Sons and Juan F. Nakpil versus the Court of Appeals and the Philippine Bar Association. Nagpatayo ng building, I think this is sa Binondo. No? Nagpatayo ng building yung Philippine Bar Association. No? Hindi sila nakailag dito dahil Philippine Bar Association ang may-ari ng building. Ibig sabihin, this is a group of lawyers. O, di ba? So, doon kaagad tumakbo yung mga lawyers sa Article 1723. No? So, ginawa si Juan Nakpil, no? Juan Nakpil and Sons, yung firm niya, to design an office building for the Philippine Bar Association. So, yung owner is Philippine Bar Association. So, it's a non-profit organization formed under the corporation law, no? At sa Intramuros pala yung building, okay? So, gumawa ng design, plans, and specifications si Juan Nakpil and Sons. And yung contractor dito is si United Construction, okay? I don't know kung nag-i-exist pa ito ngayon si United Construction, parang hindi ko naririnig sa market, no? So, the proposal was approved by the Board of Directors, no? And signed by Ramon Ozaita, no? Ramon Ozaita. And the building was completed in 1966. No? So, matagal na panahon, ang building na complete siya, 1966. So, ibig sabihin, from 1966, doon tumakbo yung liability ni Architect Nakpil doon sa project. Kasi after completion of the project, doon tatakbo yung liability niya of 15 years. Okay? Ngayon, 1966 na kumpleto yung building. 1968, after 2 years lang, biruin mo yon, bago pa yung building, 68, 67, 66, 67, 68. After 3 years, nagkaroon ng earthquake. No, a strong earthquake which caused the building heavily damaged. Nagka-problema, no? Na-damage yung structure, okay? And that damage was led the building to tilt forward. Okay? So, parang naging Leaning Tower of Pisa. So, yun nagiging itsura ng building. Okay? Leading the tenants to vacate the premises. Okay? So, walang choice Okay? So, United Construction took remedial works. Okay? Tinignan nila, siguro, balak nilang i-retrofit or what. Pero ang nangyari, si PBA, yung owner, nag-file ng suit for damages, okay, against United Construction. Yung kinasuhan talaga ng PBA dito is the United Construction. Okay? But United Construction subsequently filed a suit against Nakpil. Okay? Pinasa niya kay Nakpil. No? Ang liability, sabi niya, hindi ako may kasalanan dyan, si Nakpil. Diba? Yun ang nangyari. Yung allegation ni United Construction is that there is a defects in the plans and specifications. Di ba binabanggit kanina doon sa Article 1723 na liable ka, solidary liable ka as architect or engineer if that collapse of the building is due to the defects in plans and specifications. So yun ang ginamit ni United Construction. So ngayon, dalawa sila ang nasama doon sa kaso, naging domino effect. Okay? So ito yung korte nag-hire ng isang technical expert in the name of Mr. Hison. Okay? Ang tawag pa doon is commissioner. Okay? Hinire and nag-assess doon sa building. Okay? And ito naman yung owner moved to demolish the building. Gusto niya lang i-demolish yung building and then Magpapabayad siya ng damages. Okay? So ngayon, ang pinakatanong dito actually is dahil ang cause of the collapse of the building is due to force majeure. Pag tinignan naman natin, di ba? Yung cause of the collapse of the building is due to force majeure. Kasi may earthquake eh. No? Hindi naman yung nag-collapse na lang dahil or nag-tilt na lang siya dahil wala namang earthquake. No? May earthquake. Okay? So dahil may earthquake, ang sinasabi karamihan is that this is a case of force majeure. Okay? Sinasabi nga natin, force majeure yan. Wala akong liability dyan pagka force majeure. Okay? Pero ano sabi ng court? Sabi ng korte, Article 723 dictates that the engineer or architect and contractor are liable for damages should the building collapse within 15 years from completion. Okay, although sinasabi ng Article 1174 of the Civil Code, ito yung ginagamit palagi pagka may force majeure and fortuitous event like pandemics ngayon, no? Yung ginagamit is Article 1174, na sinasabi doon sa Article 1174 na no person shall be responsible for events which could not be foreseen, but to be exempt from liability due to an act of God, the following should concur. Okay? Pag may force majeure, dapat ganito. The cause of breach must be independent of the will of the debtor. Wala akong kinalaman dyan. Di ba? Walang ginawang retrofitting, walang ginawang renovations, no? Or alterations. Okay? And event must be unforeseeable or unavoidance. Well, present. Kasi force majeure, di ba? Hindi natin malalaman kailan darating yung mga earthquake. Okay? Event must be such that it would render it impossible for the debtor to fulfill its obligation. Well, hindi applicable sa scenario, no? And debtor must be free from any participation or aggravation of the industry to the creditor. Dito sila tinamaan sa item number 4. Yung sinasabing debtor must be free from any participation or aggravation of the industry to the creditor. Bakit? In the case at bar, although the damage was ultimately caused by the earthquake, which was an act of God, o sinasabi natin ngayon, an act of nature, the defects in the construction as well as the deviation in the plans and specifications aggravated the damage. Kaya yun ang sinasabi ng contractor no, na hindi ko kasalanan yan kasi mayroong deviation sa plans and specifications. So, ibig sabihin, ang defect is nandun sa plans and specifications na ginawa ni Nakpil. Yun ang sinasabi ng contractor. Kung sinasabi ng court, kung purely force majeure yan at clear doon sa plans and specifications na walang problema, walang deviation, walang defect, then relieve sila ng liability. Okay? But, nakita na mayroong deviation sa plans and specifications. Kasi, ang nangyari, in all buildings, doon sa mga katabi, no, sa Intramuros, yun lang, yung building na yun ang nag-tilt, the rest walang problema, no? Kaya nga, binalikan yung plans and specifications and doon nakita na sinasabing may liability. So, na-charge ng indemnity si United Construction and si Juan Nakpil and Sons. Okay? Ito, babasahin ko. Tingnan nyo, ano yung dispositive portion ng decision ng Supreme Court. No? Sabi ng Supreme Court sa dispositive portion niya, wherefore, the decision appealed from is hereby modified and considering the special and environmental circumstances of the case, we deem it reasonable to render a decision imposing as we do hereby impose upon the defendant. Yung defendant dito na tumatayo ngayon, si United Construction. And the third-party defendant, si third-party defendant dito is si Juan Nakpil and Sons. With the exception of Roman Ozaita, is solidary under Article 1723 of the Civil Code, indemnify in favor of the Philippine Bar Association of 5 million pesos to cover all damages with the exception of attorney's fees occasioned by the loss of the building, including interest charges and lost rentals. An additional 100,000 pesos as and for attorney's fees the total sum being payable upon the finality of this decision. Upon failure to pay of such amount from finality, nag-charge pa ang court ng 12% per annum to the defendant and the third party defendant. Kaya ko sinasabi yan, kaya ko nilecture ito, is that akala kasi natin hindi nangyayari ito sa totoong buhay. No, biruin mo 1968 ang case, 'di ba? 1966 na complete yung building, 1968 nag-collapse. And doon pa lang nagkaroon ng liability na tumakbo si Juan Akbil. See? Na-indemnify. So, biruin mo yun. Pag sinasabi mong 15,000 na lang yan, yung design fee mo. Ano yung pag nag-collapse yung building mo, pababayarin mo kami ng milyones. Diba? This is a true story. No? Cases to. No? Decided by the Supreme Court in 1986. No? Kasi, hindi biro yung mag-design ka. No? Hindi biro yung mag-papermark ka sa plans and specifications. Kasi liability ang katapat noon. No? Kaya nga sinasabi ko, hindi lang doon yung fee natin sa production ng drawings at naibigay mo yung drawings na ipatayo mong bahay. Ang ating liability goes beyond after the completion of the project. Doon pa lang talaga nagsisimula from the completion of the project up to the 15-year period na nag-prescribe ang 15 years liability natin sa building as provided for under Article 1723. So gusto ko lang malinaw guys, no, sa mga architects, no, even the client, na yung fees ninyo, yung sinisingil nyo sa client, yung binibigay ng client, may allocation of risk sa atin and protection sa client. So bayaran nyo yung arkitekto dahil protection nyo to. Okay? And kayo naman mga architect, no, tayo mga architect, no, hindi tayo maglilibre ng design kasi liability natin to under Article 1723. Saan ka kukuha later ng pondo pag indemnify ka ng court, no? So hope this give us a lesson, no? And we can have a better understanding na ito pala yung effect ng Article 1723 of the Civil Code doon sa aming architect's fee, no, na singil sa client from the start na nag-conceptualize tayo ng design of the project. And yung liability na yon na mag-i-start after the completion of the project plus 15-year period. Okay? So, hope guys that you enjoy with this discussion, no? And I clarified this provision of Article 1723 in relation to our architect's fee na diniscuss noong nakaraang araw. Okay? So, thank you guys and have a pleasant work again. God bless to all of you.